Hi, welcome back to this episode of the StackStorm Technical Deep Dive. I'm Rick Kaufman, Global TME over here at HP Aruba Networking. In this episode, we're back to Pax and Mongo again. We couldn't get enough in the last episode, so we made it into 2 episodes. I like to keep these videos quick and painless as possible, so let's see how we wrap this all up. Let's get started.
We're going to look at just a couple other actions real quick here. So if I'm going to the Mongo database, I need to get the people. So when I look at get Mongo people, it's pretty much the same thing. I'm going to specify the database and then the collection, and then I'm going to set up a list of process 0 and a person 0. And here's a query, and I'm going to say people is going to equal what I find with my query. So the query is ServiceNow process flag set to no. So when this runs, it gets everything in the Mongo database with that particular field set to no. When it does, it simply goes out there and says for item and people, I'm going to create another Python dictionary person here, empty. We roll through, and these are the records we found in the Mongo. We build the dictionary, and we just append it to the blank list that we created here, list of process, and we return it. This is just using Python to go to Mongo, get the Mongo records based on a particular query. That's what that one does. And then finally, the last action I want to cover is the process people. So this is going to be a little bit more Mongo. We're going to go in. We're expecting an array of people. We're going to go use the swappy database. And we're going to say, for item and people, we're going to iterate through the people array. Our query is going to be uname, person uname, that's the array we have. And we're going to set the snow process flag to yes. So for everything we find that matches our query, we're going to set it to yes. And we say people update 1, my query with the new values. And that's all this little action does. So in the workflow, we would go out and get the people, save it to the context, go to the context, get that array, save it in the Mongo database, call another action to get those people out of the database, checking for their process flag, and then sending them to ServiceNow. And once we iterate through the records, sending them to ServiceNow, we would finally finish up by running the process action. So that's all the actions in this pack. You might want to go back to this video a couple of times, the action videos, and really pay attention to what's going on in the code. But this walks you through exactly what you need to do. Okay, so stay tuned. We'll see you in the next chapter when we start looking at the rules and setting up a workflow.